What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be looking at I fell in love with my maid. I can tell already why I fell in love with Maria.
Sonny Daniel Enterprises.
Bad things. There's a lot of bad things that they wish and 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 they got plans, got plans, got plans, got plans.
Dude from Mexico, his maid probably fine as hell. Let's see.
Hey, I'm from Mexico, and my family is kind of wealthy. That's why we have a maid living with us who does the housework. She also has a daughter called Maria.
Oh yeah, Maria bad. I could tell already.
Who's 1 year older than me. We never talked much because Maria wasn't allowed to leave her small chamber unless she helped with the housework
I could tell already why I fell in love with Maria.
or had to go to school. I know, we didn't treat her well, but a few months ago, she started giving me eye contact, and I always smiled back at her. I mean, she was quite beautiful. I even tried talking to her. She was too shy and couldn't bring out a single word. But one Saturday morning, she came into my room to bring me breakfast. I told her, "Oh wow, that looks awesome. Thank you so much." That's when I noticed that she was wearing a rather revealing outfit. She put the breakfast on my bed, bowed down and said, "Sir, can I do you any other favor?"
Man, my dude got it good right now. What are you talking about? Okay, I see you.
Wow, I could see her bra, and it was so arousing. I offered her to sit down on my bed and eat the breakfast with me together. It was the first time we had a real conversation, and after a few minutes, she said, "It's very cold in here." I responded, "I'm sorry, the air conditioning is too strong, but you can come under my blanket."
Oh yeah, that's when it get busy. That's when it gets started right there. You get under the blanket together? Oh yeah, big time.
Suddenly, we were laying right next to each other with my legs touching hers. I even put my hand on her thighs. Things were great until my mom came into the room. She saw us and said, "Oh my God, what are you doing? How can you sleep with a girl like her?" Maria was so embarrassed.
I kid you not is the real question.
She ran outside. Meanwhile, I tried to explain to my mom that we hadn't slept with each other, but my mom responded, "She only wants to get pregnant by you, so she gets our money." Wow. My mom always saw the worst in other people. No wonder. She was a terrible person herself. I mean, our maid was living with us for 5 years, and we still treated her like a worthless servant. My family didn't even pay for Maria's school fees, but I liked her a lot, and we started seeing each other in secret. I still remember the first time she came into my room at night. She was still shy, and
Yo, this hot, man. This a hot story right here, man. Some people just got it better than others. That's all I'm saying. Some people just got it better than others, man.
only said, "Hey." I stood up and said, "Wow, you look beautiful." But she was so nervous, she couldn't even look me in the eyes. I had never felt more aroused. She was wearing a short black dress, and I couldn't help myself. I put my hand on her wrist and pulled her towards me. Then I grabbed her hair, pulled it back, and kissed her. This was the first of many nights we spent together. But then it happened. She told me she was pregnant.
Your mama was right, wasn't she?
I was confused and said, "But we always use protection. How could this happen?" She said she didn't know either, but I had a suspicion.
She playing.
Maybe after we slept with each other, she had searched the trash and pulled out my protection. But of course, that's just a suspicion. Anyway, it was hard to tell my parents about the baby.
That would be really dirty if that's what she did.
She had searched the trash and pulled out my protection.
But I mean, if that's what her plan was.
Both of them freaked out, and my dad even wanted to throw Maria out on the streets. I was shocked and said, "No, I love her, and I want to be her boyfriend."
He should have did everything except that though for a while.
She isn't as bad of a girl as you think. I guess my parents were disappointed I wouldn't marry a girl from a good family, but I really didn't care. Maria was a lovely girl, and she was carrying my baby. However, in the first few months of our relationship, I learned that we were quite different. I don't want to sound arrogant, but Maria was less educated than me, and I didn't enjoy talking to her much. I still tried to be a responsible dad, but when I turned 18, I went to my first party. It was so crazy with all those beautiful girls. I stayed faithful that night and didn't kiss or sleep with another girl, but afterward, I started having doubts about my relationship with Maria. Maybe I wasn't ready for a family, and things got worse.
You were 18, bro. Of course you're not ready for a family. I mean, come on, man.
When I went to university, there were so many pretty girls, and many of them were flirting with me. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I went to Maria and said, I know you'll be angry, but I want an open relationship. She started crying and said, no, that's not fair. But I responded, I'm just too young for a serious relationship. I'm sorry. I knew I was a douche because Maria had no choice. She couldn't leave me because she had no money. She was dependent on me. And as horrible as it sounds, I kind of like that because it made me feel powerful. Well, after Maria had given birth, my parents rented us a small apartment next to my university where we moved in. But I partied often and even brought girls home. And yes, I took them into the same bed my girlfriend was lying in.
Bruh, come on, man. You just being a asshole, man. You don't do something like that. That's crazy.
She would act as if she was asleep most of the time. But one night, I was drunk, woke her up, and asked if she wanted to join us.
My dude is just ruthless with it. I mean, you gotta respect it though, man. I mean...
But she just started crying and ran outside. That ruined my mood, and I apologized to her afterward. Gosh, I knew I was such a jerk,
Yeah.
but I still continued. One of my favorite girls I was dating was Mathilde. She was well-educated and funny. I told her I had an open relationship with my girlfriend, and then I asked her if she wanted to move in with us. She was reluctant at first, but finally agreed.
This dude just moved a whole nother girl in with his girl, bruh. Actually, his baby mama. Dude is doing something. I don't know what he doing, but he doing something.
It was so awkward when I introduced her to Maria. I said, Maria, this is Mathilde. We've been seeing each other for a few weeks now, and I want her to become part of our relationship.
This dude just moved a whole nother girl in with his girl, bruh. Actually, his baby mama. Dude is doing something. I don't know what he doing, but he doing something.
It was so awkward when I introduced her to Maria. I said, Maria, this is Mathilde. We've been seeing each other for a few weeks now, and I want her to become part of our relationship. I could tell Maria was angry. Of course, she wanted me all for herself, but that wouldn't happen, and a three-way relationship was still better than me breaking up with Maria. Then, I pulled both of them close to me, and we all kissed each other. Gosh, it was one of the most exciting moments of my life, but it got even better afterwards. We also all slept in the same bed.
Dude is in heaven right now. He took a chance, and hey, sometimes when you take chances, it pays off. It pays off, man. It pays off.
Which I loved, but they didn't get along so well and often insulted each other.
That's why I imagine, like, it sounds good, but like eventually there's gonna be jealousy there, because one's gonna get more attention than the other. It's gonna end badly. But for the time that it's good, it's good.
Their conflict escalated when Mathilde accidentally used Maria's towel. Maria freaked out, and they ended up physically fighting each other wearing short pants on my bed. It sounds terrible, but it aroused me to see them fight over me.
Y'all want to rock the hottest merch in the game? Well, go over to SonnyDaniel.com/shop, man, where you can get all the new merch that I drop. I got hoodies, t-shirts, pillows, phone cases coming, lanyards, all kind of stuff, man. So go over to SonnyDaniel.com/shop, get the hottest merch, man. I got it on right now because it's just so fly. Also, if you want my uncensored sim videos, you want access to all my content before it hits YouTube, and some content that never hits YouTube that's strictly exclusive, you gotta go over to the Patreon account, man. It's only $2.99 a month. That's 10 cents a day. That's damn near free. And I got a Discord now, man. Shout out to my homie Freedom. He set up a Discord for me so we can go over there. We can post memes, we can post girls, we can post all kind of stuff. Let's get back into the video.
However, I still broke up the fight to make sure no one got hurt. In the end, Maria and I decided it couldn't continue like that. And now my parents are paying her $1,000 each month to rent her own apartment where she raises my daughter. I take care of my daughter on the weekends, and I really enjoy being a dad. But university is more important right now, so I can find a good job one day and provide well for both my daughter and Maria.
Well, that's one way to do it, y'all. What y'all think about that? What would y'all have done? I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I think he should have listened to his mama from the jump. His mama was like, yo, she just want to have a baby with you. He should have took precautions then. Should have did other things besides that. If he was gonna do that, he should have took extra precaution with the protection, wear the protection, and still pull out, you know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't have happened. But if it did happen, what would y'all have done? That's crazy, man. Crazy story. I love it though. I love these story time videos. But end of the video, I love y'all. Again, make sure y'all post in the comments any new stuff that y'all want me to watch. I will watch, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Sir, can I do you any other favor?
Man,